Welcome to Mishna study, Masechet Maasrot, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Dalet. Over here, we're moving on now to the vegetables. So if we spoke about the fruits, remember the fruits in general, right? They usually, when they're small, once they are, ripen, when they're small, they're unripe, and then there's a certain stage where they're grown enough where they're ripe, and then only then you're Hayav Maasrot. What about certain vegetables, right? They will see vegetables that even from the very beginning, right? We'll see that they're considered a fruit. And that's going into the discussion about Mishnah. Bayarak, when it comes to vegetables, hakishuim, ve'adinuim, ha'abatihim, ve'hamilafefonim, ve'atapuchim, ve'aitrugim, hayavim gidulim uktanim. Right, so first of all, if you pay attention, we actually lumped some vegetables and fruits in over here. So we're gonna have to explain the Mishnah, a little different, maybe for a little period over there. Hanabam actually breaks it out for us even better. And he says the explanation of the Mishnah is you have to kishuim, vediluim, like the gourd, the squash. When it comes to avatihim, watermelon, milafefon, cucumbers, right? All those are vegetables, right? Those are hayav gidulim uktanim. And then similarly, there are certain fruits also that are going to be hayav ma'aser, whether they're small and big, and that's the apple and the etrog, right? So the apple you could eat when it's small and when it's big. I actually mistakenly used the apple as one of the examples early on, but as we see from here in the Mishnah, the apple is a fruit where even when it's small, right, it's ripe and it's growing, but it's ripe when it's small and it's ripe when it's big. Similarly, in etrog. Also, right? If you watch an etrog grow on a tree, if they're small, that's considered ripe enough, and they'll grow. They could grow for years, right? Those are going to be hayavim gidulim uktanim. They're going to be hayav maasrot, whether they're big or they're small. Rabbi Shimon poteret aitrugim bekotnam. Rabbi Shimon argues and says no, when an etrog is small, it's going to be patur. Hayav b'shkedim hamarim patur b'mitukim. Hayav b'mitukim patur b'marim. So now moving on to a certain type of shaked, right, which is an almond. Now there were these bitter almonds, right, and there were these sweet almonds. But the thing was that these bitter almonds, right, they were fit to be eaten when they were small, right, and therefore it's going to hayam ma'aser when they're small before they're actually fully ripened, because then that's when they're fit to be eaten. And once they're ripened, they're going to be patur from Maasrot, right, because then it's no longer fit to be eaten. But when you have the this sweeter almond, that's the opposite. That's patur from Maasrot at the beginning, because then it's not fit to be eaten at that stage. And only once it becomes ripe, does it become hayav Maasrot. The psak halacha is both of them. The shkedim hamarim, whether they're small, big, they're patur, right, because they're not considered food. And halacha is not like Rabbi Shimon.